Alright, this is going to be a video following up with the AUTO-VOX rearview mirror. As you can see, it says it's recording, and you probably can't tell, with me holding the camera up to the screen here, but it's being a little choppy, and I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to change through the modes here over to the playback menu. Notice how slow it's being. Now here on the playback menu, you can see all these videos here. There's like some with green, and the dates are all over the place. Well, actually all of them are from way back. And then if I hit, let's see, sorry for the camera shaking, so I'm holding it and doing it at the same time, but see, I'm selected on this video right here and I go to play it, nothing happens. You see it says error, file error occurred. I just happened to look at the mirror and go to play back a file and notice this because it was not recording. So I'm going to continue to go through the modes here, back to the main screen. I'm going to go menu, change over to the SD card screen. I'm going to format the SD, yes. Okay, format SD card complete. Now I'm going to back out of the menu. I'm going to go into mode. Back to the playback menu, and they're all still there. And I can hit record, and it doesn't start recording. Well, it shows that it starts recording. Sorry, here, let me get back to the main screen. See, like, I can hit the record button and start it, and it says it's recording, but it isn't saving it onto the SD card. So I thought, oh, maybe I got something wrong with my unit. I stopped the recording. Another problem that I had too, although I don't have a video of it because I've been fixing it, is the date here. Every other day it's resetting back to the 2013. So what I did is I took my higher quality SD card out of my GoPro camera. Put that, sorry, everything's a little hard to do looking through the camera here. I'm going to put that back in there. Okay, clicked in. Menu. Okay, it was reading the SD card. Now, see, I can hit record. Always shows the batteries charging up there, but it says it's recording 7, 8, 9, 10. So it recorded a 10-second file, well, 13 now. So now I can go mode. Notice it's a little more responsive. These are all correct through here, and it's showing that there's 8 pages. And you could see this SD card is a lot bigger too. I'm trying to find an example of the date issue that I was having, but I might not from when oh, there we go. This particular file right here was driving from work, and see, it says it reset, the date reset itself at some point when my truck was parked at work. But I can keep going through the pages here, and it's at least recording correctly with the new SD card. So the next thing to try is, I was emailing back and forth with the manufacturer about these issues quite a bit, and they just sent me an email saying to format an SD card and to put a file they sent me for the software. Here's that 14-second file that I just recorded earlier. Basically they said format an SD card, and it has a firmware flash update to put onto the mirror here, and it'll automatically update. So that's going to be the next part of the video. I'm going to use this SD card. Format SD card. So I'm going to format the one that's in here that I know was working. It says it's complete. So I'm just going to shut my truck off. Take this card and I'm going to upload that software update. I'm going to record a video at my computer showing what I did and going through this process, and we're going to see if it works. Well, I just caught it at the tail end, but that's the second time that happened to me. I shut my truck off and it started whining like a siren. I'll restart my truck to see if it makes the noise again. Started back up fine. See if it does it again when I shut it off. Nope. Well, it didn't beep that it turned off either, but sometimes it takes longer than others. It's one of the glitches I've found so far with it. Here's the email that I got from AUTO-VOX. I was dealing with them through eBay, and then obviously to send the file. They couldn't do that through eBay, so I shared with them my regular email, and it's got the instructions and stuff. So I'm going to download this file, the sd_cardv.bin, and upload it onto the SD card that I just reformatted. Alright, here's the bin file. I'm going to drag it into, this is the main directory of the SD card that I formatted. It's pretty quick. It's a small file. And this DCM folder is what gets created when you format it inside the mirror. And if there was recordings, they'd be in this DCIM file, and I believe it names them like move, and then the date in a military style date like 2015 09/17 would be today's date, which is September 17th of 2015, and then it will, you know, have 001, 002. Alright, there's no SD card in. I'm going to manually turn it off. Oops. Hold it until... Okay, the green light's off. That means there's no power. And take the SD card, put it in the side. It's tricky to click in. Okay, clicked in, and it said to just turn it on and it should automatically start to do the update on its own. So, let's see what it does. Okay, it says read file in the top left. Frame chip, please wait. You probably can't read this very clear. It's actually very small. And it basically said to let it do its thing. Okay, now it says write firmware. It's loading. It said let it do its thing and it should automatically shut itself off. Then after it automatically shuts itself off, you take the SD card out. It said write done. Okay, it shut itself off. Like I was saying, you take the SD card out, and now I go back inside, take that file off the SD card, then start the unit normally and see the changes it makes. I'm not going to take a video of me going through deleting the file off the SD card. That's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll take one when I start it back up with the new firmware updated. Alright, I just put the new firmware on and took the update file off the SD card, put it back into the mirror, and I'm about to start it up for the first time. Remembered the date. It says it's recording. Apologize, this thing doesn't focus very well. I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to scroll through the modes real quick, see if anything on that like that changed. It did change a setting and turn the beep back on. I had that shut off. There's the file that just recorded. Seems to be a little more responsive. Okay, menu. Let's see, I'm just going to scroll through them quick here and see if anything looks different. Okay, it changed my movie clip time. I'm going to go through, I'll change that stuff afterwards. Change this quick. The beep can get really annoying. Is the date, not their logo. The stamp is what it shows on the file when it records. There's the firmware version. 2715. I didn't actually look to see what the other firmware was. I didn't even realize it was in the options, to be honest. Alright, well, the menu options didn't change. My date is still the same, so I'll go ahead and start this recording again. I'm going to use it for a few more days here. I'm going to see if with the firmware update the date changes here. That was one of my biggest concerns, because if you ever actually needed to use this in some sort of court case, defend yourself, whatever reason you have it, if this date was incorrect, that's something a lawyer could try to use against you. Would prefer for it to be right. The major concern I had was the issues with the corrupted files that I already went over. It seems like replacing the SD card fixed that. It was just a bad SD card that they gave me with this, so I went out and bought a better one from Target. It was like 15 bucks. 32 gigabytes, holds a couple days worth of driving for me anyway. I put quite a few miles. I got 130,000 miles in my 2012 truck. See how it goes.